Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, we finally get to check out the Fortin Sigil. I am so excited for this video, and I can't wait to share everything that I have in store for you all. Let's get into it. So what is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. My name is Ray. I'm a guitar player here on YouTube, and man, I have been anticipating this amplifier for about a year now, and man, I can't remember when I've been so excited to do an amp demo than I am right now. So first and foremost, I just have to say a huge shout out to the entire Fortin Amplification team. You guys have just been so kind to me and so generous, and you know, especially as of late, because as you, the viewer, have seen, there's been a ton of Fortin stuff coming around here on my channel, and yeah, man, they just hooked it up and just were so gracious enough to allow me to check out some pedals, and then I saved the best for last, and today we're going to be checking out the Sigil. And lastly, this is not a sponsored video. There's no script, there's no nothing, there's no unveiling of the curtain and seeing what's behind Oz, you know what I mean? Fortin sent this amplifier and said, hey, do with it what you want, and yeah, man, so you don't have to worry about any sort of, you know, anything other than my honest truth and my honest opinion, alright? So the specs with this amplifier, you got 4 12AX7s, you got 2 6V6s, you got 20 watts of power, you have a high mode and a low mode. High is all 20 watts, low is down to 6, I believe I got that correctly. You also have 2 channels, you have shared EQ, master presence, and then you have volumes for each channel. But what's cool about channel 1, for example, is you have a pull pot here, so it gives a little bit of a boost. So if you want to be fancy schmancy, I would like to think this thing is like a 2.5 channel amplifier. So although it is rather quote-unquote minimalistic, there's still a ton of tones that you can get from this thing, and don't worry, we'll be sure to check all of that out here in a bit. And then in the back, you just have an effects loop, a foot switch, and yeah, that's pretty much it besides your speaker output. I just want to make sure I didn't mess that up. So how today's video is going to work is first I'm going to give you a demo song using my 7-string Dean V, the Silver Burst one, and that is tuned to B standard. And then after that, I'll come back, I'll reset up everything, and we'll do some playthrough, and we'll do some chugs. I'll use a guitar in drop C, in drop D, and in drop A, okay? So I'm going to use a lot of different guitars and showcasing all of the tones that this amplifier, has to offer. So sit back, enjoy the tones, enjoy the tune, and yeah, man, I'm just so excited. Let's get into all that right now. So everybody, in conclusion, this amplifier, my overall summary is, although this amplifier has a ton of hype and a ton of praise, it did not disappoint in the slightest, man. This amplifier is everything I could ever want in a mini amplifier. My favorite thing about this amplifier is this. You know, in the age of technology just getting faster and faster in terms of progression, and, you know, different amplifiers and just units, whatever, have a ton of bells and whistles. What I love about this amplifier is it's rather minimalistic. It's got 2 channels, high gain, and then some crunch and or clean depending on how you dial it. And that's pretty much it. There's no built-in effects, there's no IRs, there's no gates, there's no, you know, uploading presets to the cloud or anything like that. You know, this thing is just a very traditional style amplifier with not a lot of stuff going on, and I love it for that. I think too many times amplifiers or just products in general try to be everything to everyone. This amplifier is built for high gain tones and metal players and hard rock players. Let's call it how it is, you know what I mean? There's not too many jazz people gravitating towards a Fortin Sigil, and that's cool. But what they do very well is what they market it as: a high gain, tight, aggressive, focused, just killer, smaller packaged amplifier. And that's awesome, man. Another positive I love about this amplifier is that it has a ton of oomph and a ton of punch behind it. You know, mini amplifiers kind of have a bad rep for not having a lot of oomph behind them. You know, technical terms here, oomph. But all seriousness, man, it delivers, and it really just has a lot of feel as if it's a little bit bigger than what it really is. And lastly, my last positive, man, you don't need an overdrive or a boost if you don't want one. All right, so you saw I went back and forth with an overdrive and a boost pedal. But if you don't, you know, if that's not really your cup of tea, you certainly don't need one. I just like to use it because it's fun to use pedals, man. It's fun to step on stuff, you know what I mean? But overall, everybody, my overall summary, man, just to wrap up this entire video, this amplifier did not disappoint me at all, man. It's everything I could ever want in a mini amplifier, and it's my favorite mini amplifier that I've ever played up until this point in time. It just does everything great for me personally. That is a hard rock / metal player. It kills it, man. It crushes it, and one day I have to save up my pennies and get my own one day. So, you know, we'll make that happen in the future. But for now, this is just a loaner unit, and I'm very thankful, fortunate, and you know, just appreciative that I was able to get my hands on this one and check it out for the time being. So everybody, what'd you think of this video? What'd you think of the tones I provided? Leave all your thoughts down below. Let's have a nice friendly discussion about this amplifier. Everybody, just thank you so much for always supporting me and tuning in. It means a lot, and you know, you do not go unnoticed. So just thank you one more time, and you know, this video is a lot of fun to make, I tell you what. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. A huge shout out to all my patrons and everybody watching at home and everybody who supports me. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay metal, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.